Okay, I've been asked if there's a way to email to a group of people all at the same time without, having everybody's name show up and all that stuff, and without having to manually enter them every single time. So I'm just going to show you this little tip. Now, keep in mind, this is for use with smaller groups. If you've got, I would say if you've got more than, even 25 or 50 people, then you need to use like an email service provider like AWeber. I'll share with you what that looks like here in just a second. But in Gmail, if you're using Gmail, you can do this pretty simply. Just go into your Gmail and go up over here to the apps or wherever it's located on your screen. And obviously I'm doing this on the desktop. Go to your contacts. And in your contacts, what you can do is you can select people, right? And so like, let's just say here, okay, well, I wanted these people. If I wanted to select them, what I could do is then I could click on this label button here, and I could create a label that says, snap test. Okay, so then I save it as snap test. Okay, so now in theory, what I should be able to do, and sometimes it takes a while for it to get over to Gmail for it to connect for some reason. But what I can do is I could go over here, and these are all the different groups that I have already set up. And I should be able to go snap test. Yeah, right there. So, it only has two because they had the, they didn't have the, email on the third one. Anyway, but what I would do is I wouldn't put it in the to field. Okay. So let's remove those. What I would always do is I would go to the BCC or blind carbon copy field, and then I would enter them there to snap test. There we go. And it just drops them right in there. And so like, for example, if I did this with, one of my other lists, let's say top producer. Yeah. So top producer, I've got 82 people in there. Okay. And I enter them in there. You can see it's going to put everybody in here. Obviously, I'm blocking everybody out because I don't need you guys, emailing these people. But it's going to put everybody in there, and that's fine. Keep in mind, the more people you start putting in these lists, the more the different service providers will start seeing them as spam. Okay, and so you could quickly end up in spam. So I don't recommend you using this as a way to send out email to prospective, clients, just like, oh, I got a list and now I'm going to send out, 500 emails. What I would do is, as you're building your team, add people to a group and communicate to them this way. But one of the tricks is whenever you send out a message, always end it with something, with a question of some kind. Can you reply with what your biggest is with getting clients? And the reason for that is because if you're constantly sending out email, but nobody's replying or responding back, the internet service providers definitely look at that as spam for sure. However, if you can ask a question and get a bunch of people to respond back, they go, oh, okay, so there's conversation going on, so this is probably okay. Let me show you what AWeber looks like here. Give me just 1 second. I'll pop that open. Okay, so I've logged into AWeber, and you can see I've got 5,823 people in my lists. I have multiple lists that I run. But for example, for my Snap Delivered list, let's just look at that here. Let's go to subscribers, and it'll tell me that I've got 677 people in this list. So, the reason why I use this is because AWeber is a tool that is made for sending out mass emails, 677 of them. And when done correctly, again, using techniques like asking questions and getting people to respond and have conversation, you can send out emails to a lot of people at one time without worrying about getting your Gmail account shut down. Okay, so as your list grows, you want to consider something like this. There's tons of them out there. There's AWeber, Constant Contact. There's I can't even think of all the ones out. I mean, there's a ton. There's a ton of bulk email service providers out there. And it's a great way to stay in touch with your people. That way you can really make sure that, you're getting the message out to them. You can send them on drip campaigns. So when somebody first signs up for your team, you can create a drip campaign that says, first do this, then do that, then do this. Now you're all set. And then from that point forward, you just send out broadcast messages. So as something new comes up, something important comes up, a training or an announcement or something, you just send out a message to your team, and then there you go. So you're all set to go. So anyways, that is kind of how to send out, bulk emails to a bunch of people. Oh, by the way, AWeber, let me look at something here. Let's go to a new incognito window. AWeber. What is their pricing? So AWeber free. Oh yeah, you can get up to 500 email subscribers for free. Use theirs once you start going over 500, then they start charging you. Okay, so let's see. Where am I at? Yeah, I'm there. So, but still not bad for what it is. Anyway, and you get landing pages, lots of other cool things, but it takes a little bit of time to learn. So, go mess around with it. All right, take care.